And we've all got what are called saboteurs. The saboteurs are little voices in your head that try to keep you safe or try to prevent you from, doing something that you could hurt, right? Like your bank account.
What is something that you think they have in common as beginners? And I know they all started in different areas. I mean, Joe had 4 single-family homes, you said, and I don't know what Julie and Good Egg, I don't know what they had. But what are some common characteristics that you see in people who first come to you?
Well, that's such a great question, Chris. And, after doing as many calls as I have and being a real estate investor myself actively and passively, it's really 5 things that I boiled it down to. So if you would like me to go through that for you and for the listener, I would urge people to grab a pen and a paper and write these 5 key principles down. And then you can come back and check in with where you're at. Because the first reason they really come to me, Chris and Colin, is number 1, what we call limiting beliefs, right? Limiting beliefs. They think it's going to be hard. They think that they might fail. They think that they might lose money. They think that they might lose investors' money, right? That they'll never be able to find a partner or who would end up, wanting to, do business with them. And it's all a bunch of BS. Because BS to guys like you and I stands for something, and we all know what it is, but it also stands for belief system. And so where people need to get the cobwebs out of the way, I'm the guy that they call and come to when we've got to get rid of any, thing that doesn't support you in stepping into, the highest and best version of yourself as a person, as an investor, as a person that finds deals, underwrites deals, raises capital for deals, executes the asset plan. I mean, whatever it is, all of us have limiting beliefs, but we're here to remove some of those. So that's number 1. Does that resonate with you, boy?
That resonates very well. I just remember driving to work. This was in 2017. I was first going to the gym, and it was about 5:15 in the morning. I remember being in my car, and I hadn't gotten a deal yet. So this was March, and I had been enthused about real estate for a whole 75 days. And I thought to myself, I was like, Colin, you're making about 6 figures. You got your master's. You're doing better than most of the people from your hometown. You've made it. Why do you have this crazy idea? Why do you think you deserve it? I should get rid of this crazy idea. I should be thankful for my job, and I should focus on that and that solely. There's no way I'm going to get there. And then I just remember a podcast came on. I was listening to Bigger Pockets, and it was like me in the future. And he was talking about the same struggles and just said he just had to flip a switch, continue on the process. And yeah, I just remember right then, I was like, wow, those beliefs, if I continue to listen to those, I might be back in bed right now. So I 100% resonate with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely spot on, Colin. And we've all got what are called saboteurs, right? The saboteurs are little voices in your head that try to keep you safe or try to prevent you from, doing something that you could hurt, right? Like your bank account. So it's important for anyone that's listening to really, check in with those saboteurs, but also realize that we've all got access to what Chris and I know as the wise sage. And the wise sage is that wisdom that exists within all of us as well, where if all you did is listen to the saboteur, he's going to pull you down, whereas the sage is really going to lift you up. And the sage is there to find other people that have been successful in real estate. Maybe you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Maybe you read Think and Grow Rich. And you start to condition your mind and do what's called positive stacking for success. And I remember working with Chris, back in the day where that W-2 was a pretty big deal, and he was working big hours, long hours, taking care of his family, and God bless him. But I always knew that there was another level for him to get to, and we had to do a lot of belief work to move him in that direction. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's the biggest part is it's funny because, it's only day 2 of our calls, or for, I would imagine, almost any coaching student you have, you're jumping into how to break down an apartment or anything. It's more like, how do we change your mindset? Because until we change that, anything you take on after that's going to be, it's going through the wrong filter, the wrong system of beliefs.